Alright, we are back live. Sorry about that disconnection there, guys. Computer froze, but we are back with 12 laps to go.
Yeah, back on. Glad to be back on. I know we had some technical difficulties, but we are getting ready to go green here. So uh, just a few more laps, and we'll put this one in the books. Butch Frazier, our leader, is going to take the green here. James Skelton on the outside. Green flag drops. They're off. James Skelton takes him real high going into 1 and 2. Maybe trying to get a little momentum, a little bit more speed there. Not sure if it's going to work. Butch is able to carry that lower line coming out of 2.
$11 laps to go. These guys are going to race real hard here, real tight. Hopefully these guys can keep their fenders off each other and we can finish this one under green flag conditions.
Ooh, they're wrecking. Got cars wrecking. Brian Wynn's involved. Yeah, I'm not really sure who that was. I believe it was a Team Hooligan car that got loose. I'm not sure if that was Jordan Beck or not.
Still trying to find it here. There's definitely a hooligan car. I don't see the number.
Yeah, it looked like they just got loose on that lower line there, and and the car just came up.
There it is. It's the 26 of Dale Albright's on the shoulder there. Let's see. Run the full replay here. Yeah, the 983 came down right in front of him once again.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen that happen before. I've seen it in yesterday's practice. It was seen guys come down where they think they're clear and they're not, and yeah, that caused another big one there. Looked like Keith Haney was involved with that one, and several cars. Yeah, Keith Haney just got hammered as the cars came up. It just pushed him into the outside wall. Looked like he had to be towed there. Chris Sharp's involved. And somehow David Howard Jr. makes it by all of it by staying way in the back.
Yeah, he is. I got him 2 laps down, though, unfortunately, now.
Well, they better get it together because there's only what, about 9 laps left.
Yeah,
Going to
so
be 8.
I think this will be it. So I think if we get another caution, we'll probably end under caution. We'll see how it goes here as the pace car is going to come around. Lights are still on the pace car, so it looks like we've got another one.
You know, it's going to give these guys some time to think about it, to be quite honest with you. They're going to be working on their strategy, figuring out what they want to do. You know, I think I'm just going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say, you know, if you're probably in the 9th position, you might find yourself out of this one. I really think that these cars up front here have been really working well together, and I don't think they're going to give up any positions. And what I mean by that is I just don't see them falling back in the pack. I think they're going to be pretty competitive. I think who's in the catbird seat? I think it's going to be James Skelton, honestly, in that 86. He's going to be starting, I believe, 3rd, and which would put him right behind Butch Frazier. And if the bottom line continues to be as dominant as it has been all night, he may find himself being able to do a little slingshot around Butch Frazier at the end here. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Butch has got a fast car, so.
Yeah, my only thing is James has got quite a bit of rear quarter panel damage, so I don't think he's going to be fast out front. Thomas Keen's got some front end damage as well, so I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think these cars are probably going to hold up the pack behind them, which I think is going to force 3 wide, and I think we'll bring out another caution. That's my prediction. See how it goes. And the lights are still on the pace car for whatever reason.
Yeah, definitely some extended greens here as the lights go off, so we are going back green.
Good stuff. Just big Talladega track makes it seem longer than it really is.
Well, the field is definitely smaller.
Yeah. I'm still showing 27 or so cars still on the track, so we have lost a bunch of cars.
Yeah, we definitely got some cars out on the track, but I'm only showing about 19 actually at speed. I'll make that 20. Got Ricky Goodman back there pulling in the end part of the track, but about 20 cars, so it's not going to be, shouldn't be as difficult, or it should hopefully be easier to not have another caution come out. But I think we're going to see how it goes, as we've got several cars that have definitely been brought to the garage. Brian Wynn out, Dale Albright. Looks like he's brought that car to the garage. And last but not least, Tim Lewis has decided to retire that car this evening. All right, getting ready to go green.
All right, 555 GoPro Chevrolet is going to bring them to the green flag.
Yeah, I really hope Butch can be able to keep that car up front.
Yeah, he's definitely looking for a ticket into the chase. I think this is his opportunity. He's got to keep it clean, get it out there.
Green flag, they're off. Butch takes him down to green. Looks like we got some cars getting out of line there on the top line.
Yeah, damage on that car. He goes 3 wide. That was my first prediction. Have not seen the caution yet, so that's good.
Which is going to play real well for Butch. It's got that lower line working. 87 Trent Potter moves up. Tries to make that outside line work. If you're Butch Frazier, what's going through your mind right now?
Please wreck behind me, please wreck behind me.
He has got to. I don't think it'd be smart for him as we see him test the outside line a little bit there. I don't. I hope he doesn't try to go out and jump in front of that outside line. I don't think the outside line is where you want to be.
I agree, but if that outside line is moving, which it seems to be right now, he's going to want to make that car a little bit wide, but right now he's trapped. He doesn't really have anything he can do here.
He doesn't, but Jordan Beck has now got the lead.
Jordan Beck's going to drop down here if I... Yep, there he goes.
And kind of leaves Trent Potter out there, but Trent Potter might make him pay for that.
Maybe, but 5 laps to go, man. I don't care who I leave as long as it gives me a win. But you're right, that outside line is still moving.
Yeah, outside line with a lot of momentum right now. And now Butch Fraser's probably thinking, how do I get around this guy? A lot of pushing and shoving back there in the 3rd and 4th position as we see Scott Kidd and Jay Adair kind of just all over each other, getting a little squirrely.
There's still a big gap. Like, only 2 cars really together on that lower line. I'm surprised someone hasn't filled that gap, but that outside line is just working pretty well right now.
Yeah, and that
actually 3 wide.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what Jay Adair is doing there. He's got to get down. In fact, he's shuffling to the back now.
Yeah, he might have been overheating. It's a possibility, and just worried that his car's not going to make it to the end. But I think 4th, 3 laps to go. I don't care how bright my gauges flash, man. I'm going.
Yeah, I'm blowing that thing up if I have to. And somebody has made their presence known. Looks like Calvin Allison's pushing his way up there. He's on the bumper of Butch. Outside line with no help. Jordan Beck to the still maintaining that lead with a teammate in 3rd. If Butch goes high, he's going to get left. I can guarantee it. His best bet right now is to stay where he's at and hopefully make that move on the last lap. Because the outside line is really just crumbling apart here. They really got to get their stuff together to get back up there. The
only problem is Jordan Beck and Calvin Allison are teammates, and there's no way Calvin's going to push the 555 to a win here, so he's going to have to do it on his own.
He is, but
he's going out now.
He's going out now.
He's got to hope that 87 sucks up real quick.
Well, and we know Butch has got a fast car, but Calvin's got to get to the bumper of that 04, and he does.
He turns
and they're wrecking behind him. Caution is out. P1 is Jordan Beck right now with Butch Fraser in 2nd, Calvin Allison 3rd, Scott Kidd 4th, and DJ Anderson in 5th.
I believe that's going to definitely be the finishing order.
Definitely. Yeah, it definitely could be. I feel for Butch there. Oh. That's kind of like Dale Jr. being 20 feet from being into the chase. What I mean?
Yeah.
Talk about having it, Butch Fraser's got it at his fingertips and is trying to reel it in there. In fact, Butch keeps tracking him down.
This is the last lap as they guys catch the pace car. Got to be careful here. We don't want to see anybody pass that pace car and lose that position. It's not over until you cross the checkered flag.
Ooh, they do check up.
Jordan had an incident last week where his finishing position was disallowed because he made a pass by his teammate before crossing the start-finish line. Don't think he's going to make that mistake again, but he is rather close to that pace car. I think I'd be giving him a little bit more room.
Yeah, the last thing you want to have happen is you take yourself out. So while they're getting ready to go around, I'm curious as to what brought out that caution.
I don't feel like looking at any more replays. As the checkered flag has come out, Jordan Beck is going to get that little bit of a race tap there by the his teammate of the 28. Just a little congratulations tire walk there.
Well, it was the just so you know, it was the 977 and the 87 of Trent Potter. So the 977 of Scott Kidd and kind of turned around the 87 of Trent Potter there and caused mass mayhem.
All right, well, let's bring our race winner down. Jordan Beck, it was a long race, Talladega. You made the pass right when you needed to. Caution comes out, and you're able to secure that win. Tell us about those last couple laps.
It was just a lot of fun. I had teammates and stuff helping me, and I didn't know what else I could do without them.
Yeah, we were saying you had it perfect right there with Butch behind you and Calvin behind him. There's no way Calvin was going to push the 555 around you, but I don't think that was going to stop Butch from trying if there was a green flag finish there. But you're able to take advantage and get that win.
Yeah, me and Butch were talking. I felt like I owed it to him to let him win, and then he took it to the outside, and we just came down to it, and I had him when the caution came out.
Yeah, that 555 was really fast tonight. I mean, and you were too. You know, I mean, it was one of those things too that you know, as we were watching you through the race, you kind of were in the middle of the pack there for a little while, and you know, guys were getting a little bit aggressive. I mean, what was your strategy to kind of block that out and just race your race?
I just had guys telling me to just calm down, do my thing, and I was excited, and yeah, I was sweating real bad, and they were just calming me down. I didn't know.
Well, you punched your ticket into the chase, so you know, Mike, what do we got going for next week?
Let me double check. Next week.
Well, regardless of what it is,
next week we're going to Kansas.
Good momentum going into Kansas. You got some big plans for Kansas, guys. Team Hooligan gonna get the cars on the track, get some practice in, and try to make it a back-to-back.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm gonna have to have some practice there because I've ran a few races there, but not too much. I got lucky tonight.
Well, take the win, man. You're gonna get yourself into that chase, and you know, we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys.
All right, let's get the second place finisher of the 555, Butch Frazier. Butch, man, we think you had something for him if that race finishes under green. I don't know how much help Calvin would have been behind you, but tell us about those last couple laps.
I think if everybody would have stayed clean, that I would have taken that. That was close. I knew they were coming and had a good run, and I was going to push Jordan to the end, but I was afraid they were going to go right on around us, so moved out. Knew Calvin was back there, so going to try to just do 1, 2, 3. And that's what we got.
Well, you had a fast car all night, and you know Dustin, you know, he had chose you to win this race, so real good showing tonight. And you know, I mean, kind of what was your strategy going in? Because you knew you had a fast car. Even in practice yesterday, you were fast.
Yeah, the car was fast. Loved the setup. It felt good all around. I knew gas mileage wise, I could usually, you know, pull a little bit of an edge there. And I thought right at first I got out of sequence when I stayed out. I thought that might hurt us, but then it kind of, when it got to figuring, it looked like it was going to actually help us. So, but you know, other than that, I knew that especially with the three of us together, that Calvin gave us a big push right there at the end and really gave us a shot. But yeah, it was just a good race all the way around. A lot of fun.
Yeah, that early pit call when you stayed out, we did mention it on the broadcast, and you came in because you had to come in for fuel. You did luck out. Those guys let you stay on that lead pack. I was thinking they were going to go around you and kind of trap you there a lap down. If the caution comes out, you would have been hurting, but you guys were able to stay up on that lead lap, and it paid off for you.
Yeah, we matched their speed pretty well. We come out the pits together and got the speed up, and kept watching them coming, and we even talked about whether to go to the outside or not, but you know, the way they were coming, and it fell right in. It worked really well.
Well, we're going to Kansas next week. You got some good momentum going there. Anybody want to give a quick shout out to before we let you go?
I just want to thank you guys at NAVSCAR for putting these on. They're a lot of fun. Of course, Super Speedway's my thing. This is the one I was waiting for. Love Super Speedway. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, you got 3 more Super Speedway races left this year, and I'm sure you'll be up there up front on all of them. So, again, thanks again for coming out, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All right, 3rd place, Calvin Allison. He's spent some time down here, so let's bring him down. Calvin, 3rd place, able to get that 3rd place under caution. Tell us about your overall race.
It was pretty decent. I'm just really glad that I could help Jordan and Butch finish 1-2 like that. That's all I wanted to do tonight, was help somebody else win that was in our alliance. So, and it worked out good.
So I gotta ask. We saw one of those I don't know what you want to call it, but early on with the 82, you guys look like you were trying to get in line. What happened early on there?
Yeah, me and Mike picked Brent up after that pit stop. I guess Brent may have got a black flag. I don't know. We figured we might as well try to get as many cars with us as we could because we knew the pack would catch us. And I think Daniel Haney, I guess it was the 30. They just stayed in the apron, and I mean multiple laps down. Most of the time people go up, and I told Mike to go up high, and I'd let Brent make sure he was clear. And I went to go back down, and Mike, I guess I got a good run on him, and he went back and looked at it and said it was net code by about a foot. So I guess all iRacing's concerned with right now is the dirt confirmed.
Yeah, they're out there laser scanning Eldora this week, and I don't know why you got to laser scan dirt, but okay.
Yeah, that's beyond me. Also, I don't understand it. They need to work on some of these connections of people, because I know Mike's always got a good connection, and I know I'm always pulling good internet speed. It's unusual to have a foot gap and then turn somebody to the right into the wall, almost at the end of a straightaway. So, who knows?
Well, another strong finish, man, and going into Kansas next week. You looking forward to it?
Yeah, pretty decent at Kansas. I'm thinking it's the night race, not sure, but oh, that's good, even better. I like the day race.
All right, man. We'll catch you next week.
Awesome, thanks, guys.
Yep.
Well, Jamie, another one in the books.
Yeah, another one in the books. I think there's going to be definitely some review of the replays there. I think Galvin brings up a good point. I mean, we do see some net code. I think we got some drivers frustrated with some other drivers. I think it's one of those things that you normally hear about it on the short tracks, but you also do hear a little bit of it on the super speedways as well. I think there's one thing to be said, and then I'll leave it alone. But there's a big difference between having a field of 15 to 20 cars and a field of 35. And there's like I said at the very beginning of the race, anytime that there's somebody checking up or there's somebody moving out of line, it has a rippling effect, and that rippling effect can be all the way back to those cars in the 20th position if it happens up front. Hopefully things will get squared away. We're off to Kansas. We're going to spread it out a little bit more. I think we always have this type of racing when you got cars on top of each other. So we'll get it spread out, and we'll get things squared away, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think you bring up a key point. We are running huge fields here. 35 people at this race today, or 34 people. It is a lot different than we ran last season. I know this was a tough Talladega for a couple drivers, and you got to kind of take that mindset. It just kind of gets multiplied when you have larger fields. That one guy is gonna make a mistake, and it's gonna kind of filter back to everybody. So it's gonna keep taking more commitment from these guys to learn their cars and learn their tracks, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, looking forward to next week, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, thanks guys for watching, and we're gonna sign off. We'll see you next week in Kansas.